what's up? Make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell up above for future uploads, and check out the links posted in the description down below to support the channel. Thank you. So here I have a post from Hasbro Pulse on Instagram, which is them trying to promote their Haslab Star Wars The Black Series Reva, the third sister Force FX Elite lightsaber. This isn't going down well at all with fans. Now I'll explain why in a few moments. But what people with eagle eyes will certainly view, if you're on Instagram already, is the fact that there's a button missing here. So for people who are not on Instagram, there's usually 3 buttons here: a like, a comment, and a share button. The comment button is missing. What happens there is the author of this post, Hasbro Pulse, has chosen not to activate comments, or has indeed disabled comments on this post. Now, they haven't disabled comments on other posts that are to do with other items. It's exclusively being done with this item. Why? Because a lot of fans are very unhappy about this being a Haslab. There was a failure with the Star Wars Black Series Haslab Rancor only a couple of months ago, and people like myself and other people that are out there that are regularly in the comments saying to them, look, a Star Wars Black Series Republic gunship, Razor Crest, Boba Fett's ship, which is Slave 1, Luke's X-Wing, Darth Vader's TIE Fighter, Jedi Starfighter even. These are all better options that you could use, and they've chosen not to go with that. Instead, what they've chosen to do is they've chosen to go with the Rancor with some paltry accessories that really didn't do well at all. They excluded figures that could have been exclusively with the Rancor, and now they've decided to go with Reva's lightsaber. Now, this is a baffling decision, to be quite honest, but it's not too surprising when you see what's going on with Disney and Lucasfilm. So I suppose it's not that baffling when you see what they're up to. I believe personally, now this is speculation, that they were told to do this by the company. I don't think they would have moved many units of this on its own, and I think it would have been very obvious as to how popular this character is or is not. And that's what this all comes down to. Haslabs are supposed to be about popular things that are likely to get funded but might be out of the budget of the company for that specific item. Now, if you're asking me honestly, I think that's complete and utter nonsense, because I think $1 billion company can well afford to put these things out, particularly a lightsaber like this. If they can put out Darth Maul's lightsaber, they can put out this lightsaber. I think this has just got an air of trying to gaslight fans into thinking that this was a popular character and that they were going to walk home with this. These were some of the type of comments that they were making when this was revealed, thinking they'd get 5,000 backers on this easy. 5,000 people to buy a lightsaber is a very low amount of people, and it's not going well. Here's what's going on here. There's a day left. So just over a day left, I would say, at this stage. By the time this video comes out, probably less time. And they have 1,350 backers. The target is 5,000. Now this is a complete disaster. And this is just linking into what I'm talking about here, with no comments being allowed on Instagram. You're deciding to shut down conversation. You're deciding to shut out the fandom. You're deciding to shut out people that might have talked others into buying this item somehow, some way. Instead, you've just told them, no, we don't want to know about that. No interest, guys. And this is the end result of this. Now, I won't be surprised if there's late backers that come onto this project, and there might go up to about 3,000. It might even make the 5, because who knows what could happen in this moment in time. But $499.99 for this isn't going down well. And instead of listening to fans and saying, okay, we're going to do a poll, what would you guys like to see? Some people might be saying AT-ATs, they might be saying AT-STs, something to do maybe with the prequel era, with the likes of the Republic. I personally would like to see. That would be something I'd be interested in. However, they're not going to do that. They've moved from one bad Black Series Haslab to another one. And this is evocative of the problem with Disney, Lucasfilm, and the wider world at the moment, which is they've introduced a character in a TV series that probably shouldn't be there anyway. But they've introduced this character and have decided to market this character as going to be the all-time popular character. It doesn't work like that. When they were making Cheers, for example, they didn't go into that and say, do you know what we're going to do? We're going to make a TV series based on Frasier. They didn't do that. They waited, they listened to fans, and then they made the TV series of Frasier. Now Lucasfilm are making the moves of saying we're going to do a Reva spin-off series. I don't know why, because if you can't back a lightsaber, who do you think's going to watch that? People only watched Reva in the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV series because she was in the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV series, because that's what it was sold to fans. It's going to be Obi-Wan, Darth Vader's going to be in it, happy days. And this character happened to be in it. That's causing all sorts of problems with the lore and with canon. And now people are starting to get annoyed with that, and I think rightfully so. But you look at the state of that, and then you see this. This funded within a day. This is the G.I. Joe classified series Cobra Hiss. Now, these people understand how to market things, and I think there's a bit of tongue-in-cheek probably with how they've marketed these things, in that they've used Cobra Commander to basically insult fans in a way that, because he's a bad guy, has gotten a lot of people excited and on board and said that's the type of character he would be, and they're funding the bad organisation against the Joes and all that. And it's been tongue-in-cheek, there's been a bit of fun about it, and the people by and large that are running G.I. Joe seem to understand what to do and how to do it. Now, it's no surprise to me when you're getting rumours that are coming out there saying that the Star Wars team are being given less money as a result of the sequel trilogy sales. I cannot be surprised about that whatsoever. But it's very, very clear when you're looking at a G.I. Joe figure and you're seeing all the accessories and things that is coming with, the new sculpts that are coming, some of the parts reusage, but definitely the new figures that they're announcing versus what's coming out in Star Wars. The Star Wars Black Series team don't even have the cop on to be doing packs of clone troopers or packs of droids or stormtroopers. Meanwhile, G.I. Joe has a 3-pack coming out of Cobra Troopers. It has a pack coming out of ninjas. This is what that brand is doing really quickly, and it is absolutely smoking Star Wars here. Now just think about that for a second, and that's exactly what I want you to do. The G.I. Joe brand, think of it and say, when's the last time you've seen something in the mainstream with relation to G.I. Joe? Probably the Snake Eyes movie, which not an awful lot of people went to see. That didn't do too well. You've got the G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra starring Channing Tatum, and then you've got G.I. Joe Retaliation starring Dwayne Johnson. They're from a couple of years ago, and since then there hasn't been any animation or anything like that that's coming out. So, barring the Snake Eyes movie, this has been it for G.I. Joe in terms of mainstream coverage and mainstream programs or TV or movies that have been out in the last number of years. And it has smoked the Star Wars item. Think about how in the news Star Wars has been, how many movies have come out over the last couple of years, how many TV series have been coming out over the last couple of years, and this can't get to 5,000 backers. It's been smoked here by a tank, and whilst there is about 200 quid in the difference between this and that, this is what gets happening when you're asking fans what they would like. I did the video already saying if they were to do a Hiss tank, I think it would be very popular rather than the Jeep that was initially revealed, or somewhat spoiled, I suppose. And some people came back to me and said, well, listen, that's not going to be the Haslab, it's going to be something else, and that's from a different line. And I was very happy to see that it ended up being the tank, because I knew that the tank was going to be popular. But all the extras that they're giving with this, lights and sounds, why can't this be done with a Star Wars item with some sort of ship? It can be done, I believe, personally I do believe, that a Republic gunship is very doable for this, and for a reasonable price, particularly when you're looking at this as well. I think that you could spend the $500 price on that much better than what you're spending on there. Now you'll get people that say, well, that's not doable with the economy and stuff like that, and it's not eligible for the company to be doing things like that. Listen, it's $1 billion company, you don't be worrying, you're not sitting on the board, you're not a shareholder. We should be asking and expecting great things from this company, because they're asking us to crowdfund it. That'd be the way I'd be looking at it. But anyway, going back on this has 37 days left. It's got 15,782 backers. Its target was 8,000. And it's absolutely romped home against the Star Wars item. This is the same company. This is the same organisation in Disney, in Lucasfilm and Hasbro that are telling you that this character is super popular. And this is just another reason and another showing, I suppose, of fan power, of what happens when you engage with fans, what happens when you listen to fans, and you end up having good results like this one. Meanwhile, this one is struggling. It doesn't look like it's going to be made. If it doesn't get made, I think a lot of people will point and laugh. But I also think it might give the Star Wars team an out, and they might say, well, listen guys, we're not going to do a Black Series Haslab anymore. But I don't think that's right either, because I don't think you've asked nor consulted the fans, as quite clearly been shown in this picture here. So Hasbro instead of actually coming out and saying, listen guys, we've made a mess of this, the Star Wars team, we're way off here, we're going to have to make some serious changes, especially after the Rancor. If they have 2 fails in a round, they're rolling in with the same team, you know for a fact Hasbro don't care then. This looks like to me that they're trying to protect the item, they're trying to protect Disney and Lucasfilm, and they're perhaps trying to protect that Star Wars team, because there's a lot that's been done with that Star Wars Black Series line that's just not good enough. And with a lot of repaints and a lot of retools, just slight ones, and them throwing out even the credit collection, it's a complete joke at the moment. And when you hear about the likes of Todd McFarlane kind of circling and saying that he would like to have the Star Wars license, people like me say, well, I see what you've been doing with the DC license, I see that you've been listening to people and you're interested in keeping prices low. Yeah, give him a go and see what he does with it, because I can guarantee you this, he's going to be listening to fans. He's not going to do something like this. At the very least, Todd McFarlane takes his licks anyway when they come in the likes of comments, and he does things about them. Instead here you're being told your opinion doesn't matter, you're the paying customer, and this company then will say, oh, there's no support in that, we'll go back to the vintage collection. It's crazy stuff. Anyway, make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell up above for future uploads. Check out the links posted in the description down below to support the channel, and talk to you later. Good luck.